This week, we journey into the mysterious world of the Mothman, a creature that has captured imaginations and sparked fear for decades. First sighted in Point Pleasant, West Virginia in the mid-1960s, the Mothman quickly became a legend, with reports of a giant winged figure with glowing red eyes haunting the small town. Was it a cryptid, a supernatural omen, or something else entirely? Join us as we unravel the strange encounters, eerie prophecies, and lasting impact of the Mothman myth on pop culture and folklore.
I'm Sammy.
And I'm Nicole.
And we are Spooky Sleuths.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Welcome back to Spooky Sleuths. Today we have something new for you. And just in time for spooky season, we're going to talk about a cryptid called the Mothman.
I can't wait.
He's essentially our state's state animal.
Yeah. He's our state's mascot, basically.
Basically.
If there's anything you know about West Virginia, it's pepperoni rolls and Mothman.
Exactly. We are kicking off Spooktober a day early. Since it's not officially October, we want to do something a little spooky, but not full-on paranormal, because you'll get all that next month. Make sure you stick around for the entire month of October for our West Virginia-centric Spooktober.
I can't wait.
Our story begins in the small town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia in the mid-1960s. It was a time of burgeoning counterculture and Cold War anxieties, but what the residents of Point Pleasant experienced would become one of the most intriguing paranormal phenomena of the 20th century.
Oh, tell me more. Tell me more.
The first notable sighting of the Mothman was reported on November 15th, 1966. Two young couples, Roger and Linda Scarberry and Steve and Mary Millette, were driving near an old TNT plant, a former munitions facility that had been abandoned. As they drove, they saw a massive winged figure with glowing red eyes that seemed to follow their car. They described it as a large, man-like creature with wings, which immediately became a hallmark of Mothman reports.
Yeah.
The witnesses drove off in a panic and later reported the incident to local authorities. Their description of the creature sparked interest, but it was only the beginning of what would become a series of sightings. Over the following months, the Mothman sightings continued. Witnesses reported seeing the creature with increasing frequency, often describing it as a dark, shadowy figure with glowing eyes and a wingspan that stretched impressively wide. The creature seemed to be a harbinger of doom. A strange phenomena seemed to accompany its appearances.
Oh.
The Mothman was not the only strange entity reported in Point Pleasant. The sightings were accompanied by other eerie occurrences, including mysterious lights in the sky and unusual animal behavior. One particularly chilling detail was the reports of the Mothman's eyes, described by many as having an unsettling hypnotic glow.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I've seen the Mothman in statue form, but still.
Evidence here. One of the most significant events associated with the Mothman was the collapse of the Silver Bridge on December 15th, 1967. The bridge, which connected Point Pleasant with Gallipolis, Ohio, fell during the evening rush hour, killing 46 people. Many locals believed that the Mothman sightings were a warning of the impending disaster. Eyewitnesses claimed that the creature was seen around the area in the days leading up to the collapse, reinforcing the belief that it was a harbinger of tragedy. Fun fact, Dave's dad was on that bridge about 30 minutes before it collapsed.
Close call there.
It's crazy. In addition to the Silver Bridge disaster, there were other notable incidents tied to the Mothman lore. For example, reports of the creature were followed by claims of poltergeist activity and other supernatural occurrences, leading to a widespread belief that the Mothman was not just a single entity, but a symbol of larger, more ominous forces at work.
Right.
Adding to the mystery were the men in black.
Like the movie?
No. They were mysterious figures who were allegedly seen in the vicinity of the Mothman sightings, often interrogating witnesses and attempting to suppress information about the creature. So
So kind
of like the movie.
If they had that pen that erased memories, it would have been exactly like it.
These reports further fueled speculation that there was more to the Mothman than meets the eye. It's probably people from Area 51.
Yeah.
As the Mothman legend grew, so did the theories about its nature and purpose. Some believed that the Mothman was an extraterrestrial being. Mm-hmm. Others thought it might be a creature from a whole other dimension. The idea that the Mothman was a supernatural harbinger of doom became a common theme in discussions about the creature. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Mothman legend is its association with prophecies and forewarnings. The creature's appearance seemed to coincide with various disasters and unexplained phenomena, leading some to speculate that it had the ability to predict or even influence these events. The idea that the Mothman might be a form of warning or an omen has captivated those interested in the paranormal.
Yeah, if I see the Mothman, I'm going home and I'm staying there. And I'm going to have my fire extinguisher ready. I'm going to make sure that I have my emergency supply kit. Because he's a harbinger of doom. What if a, tragedy happens? I'm going to be prepared.
Like you're prepared for the zombie apocalypse?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm prepared for all things. And nothing simultaneously.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Prepared for nothing. A fascinating theory comes from John Keel, an author and researcher who investigated the Mothman sightings extensively. Keel's book, The Mothman Prophecies, proposed that the Mothman was a part of a larger pattern of strange occurrences, including UFO sightings and cryptic messages. According to Keel, the Mothman was just one piece of a complex puzzle of paranormal phenomena that were interconnected and indicative of something larger.
I am a UFO believer.
I know.
I've seen one. You can't tell me we're the only people out there.
Oh, absolutely not. But you don't know.
I know. I know.
Did you get abducted?
I can't talk about it. The Men in Black will come after me.
Keel's work has led to speculation that the Mothman could be a manifestation of collective human fears or a projection of our anxieties.
Which is believable, too.
Right. Others suggest that the Mothman might be a symbol rather than a literal being, representing the darker aspects of human nature or societal concerns. The Mothman's influence extends far beyond Point Pleasant and has permeated various aspects of pop culture. From films to books, the Mothman has become an icon of the paranormal. One of the most notable pop culture references is the 2002 film The Mothman Prophecies, starring Richard Gere. The film, based on John Keel's book, dramatizes the Mothman sightings and the events leading up to the Silver Bridge collapse. While it takes creative liberties, it introduces a wider audience to the Mothman legend and solidifies its place in modern folklore. Another fun fact, this used to be my sister's comfort movie when she was 10.
That's weird.
That makes sense, though.
It does.
Love you, Sam. Additionally, the Mothman has been featured in numerous books, documentaries, and even video games. I mean, you can't go to a paranormal con or really any con without seeing Mothman merch.
Yeah.
We were in Lexington and we were in Lexington for Comic-Con and they had Mothman stuff there.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that's an hour away or an hour and a half away from Point Pleasant.
We were in Rhode Island and they had Mothman stuff.
Yeah.
The town of Point Pleasant has embraced the Mothman legend with a dedicated Mothman museum, statue of the Mothman, and a themed ice cream shop. The Mothman's cultural impact extends into literature as well. Books such as John Keel's book, The Mothman Prophecies, and Mothman and Other Curious Encounters by Lauren Coleman have explored the Mothman mythos in depth, contributing to its ongoing popularity. The legacy of the Mothman is a testament to how folklore can shape and be shaped by cultural anxieties and collective experiences. The creature's impact on Point Pleasant is profound, as it has become a symbol of mystery and intrigue for both locals and visitors. Despite the many theories and interpretations, the true nature of the Mothman remains elusive. Whether you believe in its supernatural origins or see it as a product of human imagination and fear, the Mothman continues to captivate and inspire. Its role as a harbinger of doom and a figure of folklore ensures that it remains a potent symbol of the unknown. The Mothman story reminds us of the power of myth and the ways in which we seek to understand and explain the inexplicable. As long as there are questions about the unknown, legends like the Mothman will continue to intrigue and haunt us. The Mothman is also survived by the annual Mothman Festival, held every September in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. We have been before, but we had to go back this year. The entire downtown is filled with vendors, Mothman-themed crafts, food trucks, and of course you can get your picture with the man himself. Here's some footage from our time at the festival this year.
Make sure you watch it to see if there are any quarters in Mothman's butt, because that's a thing that people do.
They put quarters
in
the
his butt
cracks. Betwixt the cheeks. So, do you believe in the Mothman? Of course we're biased being West Virginians. He's our favorite.
He is.
Maybe he will come around one day, or maybe he's always watching.
Dun, dun, dun.
If you made it this far, leave a bridge emoji. Make sure you subscribe to our channel because next month is going to be super wild. We are going to dive deep into some paranormal activity.
I'm so excited. We've done some preparation leading up to this, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's a full month of paranormal content. We hope you guys stick around and enjoy it. So make sure you subscribe and turn that notification bell on so you'll be reminded of our next few episodes coming up.
If you're listening to us on Apple or Spotify, make sure you rate and review, and go check us out on TikTok and Instagram at Spooky Sleuths Pods.
And on that note, stay spooky, friends.